You wake up before the sun because someone is sharpening stone beside your head. Scrape. Pause. Scrape. The sound is a warning. Today is your first day as a warrior, not a soldier, not a hero, not armor. You are a young body in a cold shelter, wrapped in animal hide, listening to adults prepare for violence with tools that can break and hands that can shake. The fire is low. Beyond the trees, another group may already be awake, thinking about you. The enemy is not a monster. The enemy has hands. The enemy has children. The enemy has a fire. And by nightfall, one of you may be gone. 10,000 years ago, violence begins with water, revenge, stolen food, and another group wanting what your people need. War is not an event. It is pressure in the air. An older hunter binds a stone point to a shaft. A child is told to stay close. An elder notices, who avoids eye contact. Your spear is beside you. Yesterday it was practice. Today it has meaning. The camp sits near a river bend. The river gives water, fish, and animals. It also attracts humans. A good place is never only good for you. The oldest warrior looks at you. He is missing 2 fingers. One ear is torn. He does not tell you to be brave. He tells you to stay close. Bravery sounds like a story. Stay close sounds like survival. Before the group moves, red ochre and charcoal are rubbed onto skin. Signal, ritual, courage, memory. For a moment, the group becomes one thing. Now you walk. The forest is not peaceful today. Every branch is a possible sound. A warrior is someone who can be quiet while terrified. Your job is simple. Carry a spear. Watch the sides. Do not panic. Simple does not mean easy. By mid-morning, you reach a ridge above a river crossing. On the other side, there are footprints. Fresh. Everyone crouches. The world shrinks. No one says enemy. No one needs to. You are told to stay behind a fallen trunk. Your body wants survival more than honor. Honor can wait. A crow calls. Someone across the river moves. Not an animal. A person. You see a shoulder, then a face, then the tip of a spear. He looks young, almost like you. For one impossible second, the world feels confused. This is supposed to be the enemy, but the enemy looks scared. Then someone shouts. Everything breaks. A spear wobbles. A stone strikes wood. People surge forward, then back, like one animal deciding whether it is predator or prey. You raise your spear. Your arm feels separate from your body. The young person across the river slips on a wet stone. You could throw. You do not. The spear hits the water near his leg. He scrambles back into the trees. The fight lasts less than a minute. One enemy is bleeding. Someone from your group has a cut across the cheek. Nobody has fallen. That is enough. The oldest warrior makes a sharp sound. Your people pull back. Not because they are cowards, because a crossing is not worth more than the people you lose. Ancient violence is not always a final battle. Sometimes it is a message. Sometimes it says, do not come closer. Sometimes it says, you are being watched. By midday, you are back in the trees, pretending to check your spear bindings. No one laughs. The older warrior points to the place where you did not throw. Your stomach drops. He saw. Of course he saw. He says one sentence. Better not to throw than to throw badly. Maybe it is forgiveness. Maybe it is warning. On the way back, the forest sounds different. You notice a broken reed, a print in mud, the smell of fear on your own skin. Being a warrior does not make the world smaller. It makes the world sharper. When the camp sees you return, children slow when they notice blood. An elder asks, what happened? Nobody asks whether you were brave. They ask who was there, how many, where they ran. This is how a fight becomes knowledge. Tomorrow may depend on what today taught. At the fire, the missed spear becomes funny. The slipping enemy becomes a warning. The cut cheek becomes proof. Your silence becomes something no one names yet. Around the flames, fear becomes memory, because memory is more useful than panic. By night, your spear still feels heavy. Not like a toy, like a question you may have to answer again. Your mother looks at you across the fire. She does not smile. She looks as if she is counting your fingers, your eyes, your breath. Being a warrior is not about wanting violence. It is carrying fear so the camp can sleep. Modern people imagine ancient warriors as fearless, but fearlessness would have killed them. A fearless warrior walks into traps. A terrified warrior runs too soon. The useful warrior feels fear, reads it, and stays with the group long enough to act. That is harder than heroism. Someone begins sharpening stone again. Scrape. Pause. Scrape. This time, you do not sleep through it. You wake up before the sun because someone is sharpening stone beside your head, and now you know why the sound matters. It is not the sound of glory. It is the sound of tomorrow trying to survive.